Support for this show comes from Wake Forest Baptist Health, the exclusive healthcare sponsor of the Martha Bassett Show. Wake Forest Baptist Health, dedicated to helping patients live healthy and active lives by providing the full spectrum of heart and vascular services. More at wakehealth.edu.
Today, we're airing our show from June 2nd, 2018, featuring the cellist and composer Ben Sollee. Also joining us was the guitarist Drake Duffer. Drake is a graduate of the University of North Carolina School of the Arts. Joining me in the band was Fiona Burdett on cello and mandolin, Sarah Howell Miller on percussion and keyboards, Alex McKinney on dobro and electric guitar, and Pat Lawrence, our announcer, on bass. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Martha Bassett Show, coming to you from the historic Reeves Theater in Elkin, North Carolina, a home for music in the heart of the foothills. The Martha Bassett Show features national artists, local talent, and the music of Martha Bassett. We have a great show for you this evening. We have Drake Duffer on the show. Drake is a Winston-Salem native and School of the Arts graduate. With his eclectic and dynamic songwriting, he effortlessly blurs the lines between classical, rock, and jazz guitar. Also on the show today, we are excited to welcome our featured guest, Ben Sollee. Ben is a proud native of Kentucky. He is a masterful and thoughtful storyteller and has captivated audiences around the world with his soulful songwriting and cello playing for years. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Martha Bassett.
My Lord, he told his disciples, after I am risen and gone, you will meet with troubles and trials, bear your rebukes and scorn. My warfare will soon be ended, my race is almost run, my warfare will soon be ended, then I'm going home. You can rebuke me if you want to. I am traveling on to God. I'm well acquainted with your crosses, and all my ways are hard. God bless them holiness people and the Presbyterians, those good old shouting Methodists, those praying Baptists too. And when we get to heaven, I want to see you there. And when I say amen, I want you to say so too. And my warfare will soon be ended, my race is almost run, my warfare will soon be ended, then I'm going home. Thank you. All right. Well, I'd like to introduce the first of our guests tonight. This is Mr. Drake Duffer. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, Drake. You are from Winston-Salem. That's how I know you. You play the guitar.
That's right. I'm from Winston-Salem, and I am a classical guitarist by trade. Went to the UNC School of the Arts for high school and college.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
And where are you now?
Yeah, I just finished the first year of graduate school at the Yale School of Music in Connecticut, which is why I just got super excited that people clap for my undergrad down here.
All right, Drake Duffer.
Now I lay me down to sleep, set my mind aside, startled as I heard it speak. Just listen, don't run in your dreams, you're on a treadmill. Now I lay me down to sleep. Pavement holds me tight, and I think all things considered it won't last a week, but I don't listen. To the verse of white things, it's still outside. My jacket is my pillow, wouldn't keep me warm at first. I lay here every day, run out the need to pray. I walk to the liquor store, never been here before. I walk to the liquor store, never been here before. I've never been here before. In the morning with knots in your spine, I suppose that is why they keep stopping to tell you that you're out of line. You walk round the corner but only to find the arms of the angels and rest for the weary weren't meant for your kind. So shoot up the office or shoot up your veins. Either way, all your troubles will still be an arm's length away from your brain. You speed through the signals and signs of old age, unless you leave all your anger to marinate out in the rain.
When did you start playing? How old were you? Was it?
Oh, I started playing guitar when I was 4.
4. Okay. Wow.
Before that, for a year, I had Suzuki violin lessons because my dad played in the living room, and I said, that. And my parents said, well, they don't make one of those that small yet, so you can try violin. And I tried violin for a year, and I still said that. And they found...
Wow, so you really want... Do you remember
I do. It was one of the
guitar?
earliest memories that I really have was my dad sitting in the living room, and he played bluegrass banjo as well.
Right.
But mostly just, folk guitar stuff and singing and blues and things like that.
Right.
And I just thought it was the coolest thing in the world. And then when I was older, we moved to Winston from Mooresville. We moved to Mooresville, and then we moved back. Right. And when we moved back, my parents kind of said, hey, there's a school. If you want to branch into classical guitar, there's a place you can go, and it's right over there. It was UNCSA. So I said, yeah, sure, I'll try it. And at 12 years old, I started taking classical guitar lessons and fell in love with it pretty immediately. It took a while for my teacher to realize that the way to get me to learn a classical piece of music at 12 years old was to tell me it was too hard for me. Because if he just said, no, you can do this, I would come back the next week and have a page or something learned.
Now I understand you better.
Uh-oh. Let's not go in. Let's not go there with the interview.
The Martha Bassett Show is supported in part by Explore Elkin, a source of travel information for downtown Elkin, the Yadkin Valley, and beyond. Downtown Elkin features historic landmarks, Main Street shopping, and fine dining. More at exploreelkin.com or on Facebook. Ben Sollee pioneered the use of cello as a primary instrument for the singer-songwriter. He has written extensively for film, explored the many aspects of Appalachian music, and is passionately devoted to his family, the land, and his Kentucky home.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please put your hands together for Ben Sollee?
Sometimes I feel like an arrow fighting something somewhere long ago. Whether it moved or I missed where I'm bound, I don't yet know. But if you see me coming, oh, I'll probably pass you by on my way to something somewhere sometime. Sometimes I find myself reeling, listening and rolling in a plastic sea. Yes, there's signs and signals bidding for attention from me. So turn on your city, oh, and I will turn on mine, and we'll hum and glow like something somewhere sometime. Yes, and if I've wounded you, I'm sorry, I had good intentions. And if I wounded you, I'm sorry, Lord. Oh, 'cause it happens all the time. You remind me of a reason had by someone so many years ago to send words through wires and build highways from coast to coast. But those words fell short on your roads have worn in time, on our way to something somewhere sometime. And if I've wounded you, I'm sorry, I had good intentions. And if I wounded you, I'm sorry, Lord. Oh, 'cause it happens all the time. Sometimes I feel like an arrow fighting something somewhere long ago. Thank you.
Well, Ben, you are a Kentucky performer.
I'm born and bred.
Born and bred.
It's true. But you got Kentucky ties as well, yeah?
I do. I did not grow up there, but I'm a wildcat. I went to music school at the University of Kentucky.
Ah, you're a fellow music school nerd, huh?
I am.
What did you study in school?
Voice.
Ah, like, oh, that sort of voice. Wasn't quite expecting that. I thought you were like a swing vocalist.
No.
I was wrong about you.
They didn't do that back then.
I think they did do that back then, but you kept it alive.
Yeah.
But from what we've talked about, you studied some other types of vocal singing there as well.
I have.
Uh-huh.
Study might not be the right word, but...
Nerded out upon?
Yes.
Yeah, very cool.
So I picked out a Kentucky song for us to do together. Stephen Foster is the quintessential Kentucky composer, and we're going to do a song of his called Hard Times Come Again No More. Let us pause in life's pleasures and count its many tears while we all sup sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. While we seek mirth and beauty and music bright and gay, there are frail forms fainting in the door. Though their voices are silent, their pleading looks will say, oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh for the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. Oh, hard times come again no more. Thank you, Ben. Well, while I was in school in Kentucky, I had one of the best summer jobs that exists in the whole world. On the weekends, I dressed up like a shaker, and I sang shaker songs in the meeting house at Shakertown at Pleasant Hill. I made $50 a day. It was just the best. And they have a very fascinating story if you want to look them up. So they're really short, so I'm going to sing a little bit of shaker music for you, and I'm going to sing them back to back. Living souls, let's be marching on our journey to heaven, with our lamps trimmed and burning with the oil of truth. Living souls, let's be marching on our journey to heaven, with our lamps trimmed and burning with the oil of truth. Let us join the heavenly chorus and unite with our parents. They will lead us on to heaven in the paths of righteousness. Let us join the heavenly chorus and unite with our parents. They will lead us on to heaven in the paths of righteousness. 'Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free, 'tis the gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. 'Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free, 'tis the gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend, we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come round right. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend, we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come round right.
You did the whole touring thing on a bike, like gear and all, right?
Well, so we do these music tours by bicycle.
Yeah.
We call them Ditch the Van tours. And the genesis, was that it was a response to all the crazy touring by plane and train and automobiles that I was doing. You know, flying back and forth across the country 3-4 times a week sometimes. And I found that I was losing track of where I was sometimes, just because you're not really sleeping, and really you're essentially time traveling, moving that fast. And that's not why I got into music. I got into music to, be places and see things and interact with people. And I found that wasn't really happening. And so I was looking for a way to change that when I saw a commercial on what was then current TV for an extra cycle, which is an extended frame cargo bicycle. And immediately thought, man, I could fit my cello on that. And called up the company and told them that I wanted to do a music tour by bicycle, and I wanted to do it from my hometown, Lexington, Kentucky, down to Bonnaroo Music Festival in Tennessee. And they said, sure, we'll send you a bike. Let's see what happens. And it was 330 miles in July, so it was pretty hot. It was over this little thing called the Highland Plateau, which turns out is a climb and then a fall and a climb again through river valleys. I learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about bicycling, but the net positive was that I really found that I enjoyed the pace of riding by bicycle, which is to say I liked the boundaries. That's a little micro story for where we are as humans right now. Like, with this much connectivity in the world and this many options for transportation and this many ideas about, physical and virtual awareness of events happening around the world, where do you draw the line on what is reasonable or healthy or even possible? When is it time to just sit there and be bored in a place and look out the window? Because the always on, always accessible human is not a natural human.
All right, Ben, can we do one more of your songs?
You know we can.
All right.
1, 2, 1, 2. Well, teach me, baby.
Teach me, baby.
Whoa, whoa, a little show and tell.
Teach me, baby.
How to keep from loving you.
Teach me, baby.
Yes, yes.
Teach me, baby.
Should I? Fits in my heart, baby. Lord, keep it in the shade. Give it all the fruit it could want. Ooh, except yours. Yes, yes. Teach me, baby.
Teach me, baby.
Oh, oh, just one more time.
Teach me, baby.
Yes, yes, yes.
Teach me, baby.
Just exactly how far you are away. Should I start walking now, baby? Oh, wait another day. You know I don't need no map. Yes, I find my way. Whoa, teach me, baby.
Teach me, baby.
Whoa, teach me, baby. I promise I'll get it this time. I have to hold the bird in my hand and watch it grow. See those feathers bloom. Don't let it fly. No, don't let it fly. Even though, oh, that's what it's supposed to do.
Teach me, baby. Teach me, baby.
Just teach me, baby. Teach me, baby. Ooh, just one last time. Just one last time. Have to see the sun rise, 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 rise in the dead of night. But you don't feel that way, do you, baby? You don't feel that way, do you, baby?
Teach me, baby.
You don't feel that way, do you? You don't feel that way, do you, baby?
Teach me, baby.
Whoa, whoa.
Teach me, baby.
Oh, just teach me, baby. Teach me, baby.
Teach me, baby.
Oh, yes, no, yes, no.
Teach me, baby.
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 Whoa, whoa. Teach me,
Teach
baby.
me, baby.
It's intermission time here at the Reeves Theater in Elkin, North Carolina. The Martha Bassett Show is produced in collaboration with listener-supported 88.5 WFDD, public radio for the Piedmont.
The Martha Bassett Show is supported by G&B Energy, in operation since 1930 with 9 locations and a selection of awnings, gas lighting, and outdoor grills and appliances. More at gbenergy.com. Welcome back to the second half of the Martha Bassett Show. Tonight we are featuring 2 wonderful songwriters, the cellist Ben Sollee and the guitarist Drake Duffer. Let's start the second half with Drake moving to mandolin to accompany Martha, Sarah, and Erika Frazier on the Graham Nash song, Teach Your Children.
And before we do this song, I would like to dedicate this song to a woman who's in the audience who, in a couple of days, is going to turn 80 years old. Her name is Gail Hogan. Gail Hogan, where are you? All right. Happy birthday, Gail.
You who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well, their father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they picks, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you will cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you. And can you hear of tender years, you can know the fears that your elders grew by, and so please help them with your youth. They seek the truth before they can die. Teach your parents well, their children's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they picks, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you will cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you.
Weird stuff, even like natural formations, singing rocks and so on like that. And I just make time to stop and visit those places when I'm on the road and write music around them, because there's just so many good stories. And you can go be in that physical space, which is one of the great treats of being a musician, is that we get to go be present and bear witness to so many amazing places in the world. There's a song that I wrote called Pieces of You that actually began at an Atlas Obscura location in South Austin, a place called the Cathedral of Junk, and started writing. And that's where I got the first verse of that song, which is, I wish I could keep every piece of you, all the lies and the truths, all the trophies from your youth, and the phone you used to call me on. All those things were there in that pile.
I had a whole different idea about that song. It just, I was listening to it this week, and I was like, oh my God, this is the saddest song I've ever heard.
It is very sad. It took a turn towards sadness.
Yeah, it did.
When I finally went to finish it.
Yeah.
The first Christmas lights and the silver comb and the wine bottle with writing on it.
Yes.
Well, it's good to be back here on stage. There's so much good music happening here tonight. We're going to play a tune of mine for you called Pieces of You. It's inspired by a visual artist from Lexington, Kentucky, my hometown, by the name of Louis Zoeller Bickett, which is a super boss name. And he worked on one piece of artwork for the last 40 years of his life. It was called The Archive. And it's a collection of things, objects from places he visited, jars of dirt and water, old prescriptions, teddy bears from past lovers, trash from Beverly Hills, all these things carefully collected, cataloged, labeled, and displayed in his home of Lexington, Kentucky. And I don't know, for me that there was something in that. And when he passed on from Lou Gehrig's disease last year, I was thinking about the archive and all these objects being passed on to his partner and family. And this song came to life. It's called Pieces of You. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Well, I wish I could keep every piece of you, all the lies and the truths, all the trophies from your youth, and the phone you used to call me on. I would put each one up on the shelf just to be close to you. Our first Christmas lights, a silver comb for your short black hair. I would put each one in its very own box just to have you near to me. Some people just see a pile of junk. They don't know that it's pieces, pieces of you. I'd trade them all just to have you here by my side. Hear you laugh one more time, feel your hand holding mine, see that hungry look in your eyes. I would hide your keys so you couldn't drive, then you'd still be here with me. Some people just see a pile of junk. They don't know that it's pieces, pieces of you. Pieces of you.
That was Ben Sollee, joined by Martha, the band, and Drake Duffer on classical guitar. The Martha Bassett Show comes to you from the Reeves Theater and Cafe, downtown Elkin's renovated landmark. Originally opened as an Art Deco movie theater in 1941, it was fully operational until 1973 and then restored and reopened in 2018. Wake Forest Baptist Health is the exclusive healthcare sponsor of the Martha Bassett Show. Wake Forest Baptist Health has more than 300 primary care and specialty locations throughout the region, and a world-class team providing comprehensive care in cancer, orthopedics, cardiovascular health, and more. wakehealth.edu. One of the things I wonder is, in the classical world that you run in, you're very adventurous and kind of going out. Is that unusual or is that common with a lot of people your age? Do you see people being more adventurous, or are you kind of an outlier that way?
I don't think I'm an outlier. I think a lot of classical musicians have a career track in mind, especially with orchestral players. They have ideas of wanting to play in an orchestra. Not all of them. Some of them want to do solo things and want to do more sort of new avant-garde things, or new music. New music being the classical idiom. And I know other people who do what I do. I mean, I'm definitely not an anomaly. But I think classical guitar kind of automatically lends itself to that, because other than teaching, there's not like a career, like you do this and then you go to grad school and then you get your doctorate and you join a symphony and you do, these things. You can either teach or you can, tour playing solo classical guitar rep, but there's not nearly as much of a market for that kind of thing. And frankly, playing classical guitar for other classical guitarists is not super fulfilling, at least not to me, sitting in a room of people who can do everything that you're doing.
Sit a while with me. Count the windows on the houses in the park. Sit a while with me. Come here to this park bench every Saturday around this time. Sit a while with me and make connections between houses and the roads they're on. Colored lights and candles, fights and choirs floating from the windowsills, pictures of a livelihood, and anyone could be our own. Sit a while with me and pick a life that we could lead if you would have me. We reach the door of our own story, and
to buzz me in. For better we don't know, the worse for where we're jumping in. We pull each other off our ledges when the night is young. We look not down upon ourselves but to the rising sun. We pull each other off our ledges when the night is young. We look not down upon ourselves but to the rising sun. She made me eat the food you're only supposed to finish when you're sad, when you're sad, when you're...
Drake Duffer.
Martha, thanks for having me on your show.
Thank you so much.
I'm really excited about this thing that you got going on here in the mountains. It's pretty cool, right? Right? I think this has got to be one of the most unique little theaters because from the front, you're like, oh, that's a cool vintage theater. And you walk in, you're like, oh, it's an Earthship. It's all handmade and contoured and of another place. It's like a secret. I think it's a perfect place for the kind of show that you're putting on because I think people are going to discover this and want to come from all over the world to play here.
Thank you.
The Appalachian Mountains are an inspiring place for me. I met a girl there, chased her out to California. It didn't work out. So I came back to Kentucky pretty brokenhearted, and was looking to my left as I was driving through the foothills of Appalachia, and the whole hillside of green was broken up by one tree that had changed the color of its leaves to exactly the color of this girl's hair. And that made me mad. And so I wrote this song. It's called Prettiest Tree on the Mountain. Well, a robin flew by my window. Thought it just might be you, judging from the color of its breast and the sound of its song. But I'm just thinking of you, 'cause you're in sunny California, the fertile land John Steinbeck wrote. Oh, but when I came, not a single fertile patch could be spared for you and me. You see, I wanted to love you, baby. I need that you know I've been loved before. I thought I could change the world if I just held you high enough. Truth is, I couldn't hold you up at all. No, I couldn't hold you up. Couldn't hold you up. And I sure ain't gonna hold you down. Well, I'm leaving, I'm walking back home. I don't care if it takes years or more, Lord, but I as I walk through the hills of Kentucky, the leaves begin to turn red, and I think of you. Yes, I think of you, the prettiest tree on the mountain. Thank you, Martha. Martha Bassett, everybody.
Well, Ben, we want to thank you for being here.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
We've got one more song tonight, and thank all of you for coming.
Settle down. Ooh, settle down. Take it easy on me. I ain't willing to lose, but I'm willing to admit I was wrong. 'Cause there's only so much time in the day, and there's only so much that I can say. Learn to listen. Learn to listen. Learn to listen. Yeah, yeah.
Learn to listen.
There's a picture in your mind of what you used to be, and the hunger of ambition is a wish that you won't feed. Ooh, and the hum of the highway is a distance into speed. You got your hammer and your chisel. Ooh, it feels like old technology. But there's only so much time in the day. There's only so much that I can say. Oh, learn to listen. Learn to listen. Yeah, yes. Oh, learn to listen. Yeah, yeah.
Learn to listen.
Weave your way out from the city. Fold yourself back in the hills. Find your church out in the meadow. And remember to be still. And just listen to the quiet, that wild rippling sound. And you find that you're here. Yes, and you find that you're now. 'Cause there's only so much time in the day. There's only so much that I can say. Oh, learn to listen. settle down. Settle down. Take it easy on me. Y'all be well.
That's our show for today, folks. Thanks to all the musicians for sharing your music. This show was produced by Pat Lawrence with assistance from the Reeves Theater. Our background music today was provided by Russell Kelly.
And as always, a special thanks to our home, the historic Reeves Theater and Cafe in Elkin, North Carolina, a home for music in the heart of the foothills. You can follow the entire Reeves Theater calendar at reevestheater.com and also on Facebook.
A big thanks to the band tonight, Sarah Howell Miller, Fiona Burdett, Russell Kelly, Alex McKinney, and Pat Lawrence.
And all the folks on the technical staff, Jeff Irving, Russell McCumber, with help from Corey Myers, Anna Leonard, and Erika Frazier.
Thanks for listening to our show. Remember, you can follow the entire schedule, listen to our past radio shows, and subscribe to our podcast at marthabassettshow.com. Until next week, take good care of yourselves and each other.